Have you ever felt like you were born for something greater, something the world isn't ready for? You walk through life like everyone else, but deep down, you know you're not like them. Crowded streets, familiar faces, ordinary conversations, yet behind every glance, every word, you sense something more. A silent pulse, a secret thread only you can feel. You notice what others overlook. Hidden motives, unspoken fears, whispered lies. You read them like open books. It's not just intuition. It's a relentless awareness that refuses to be ignored. And maybe, just maybe, you've asked yourself, why me? Why was I cursed or blessed with this sight? Why do I see what others are blind to? The truth is, being different isn't easy. Seeing beyond the veil comes with a price. Loneliness, doubt, even danger. They call it paranoia. You call it survival. Like a lone wolf howling at a silent moon, you stand apart, watching, knowing, waiting. You're the storm before the lightning, the shadow before dawn. You carry a power most can't even comprehend. A power that could reshape the world or consume you if revealed too soon. To be aware is to be dangerous. Those who see beyond the surface must guard what they know or be destroyed by it. This isn't just a gift, it's a responsibility, a burden, a secret. You are the keeper of untold truths, a chosen one set apart by fate. Stay sharp, stay silent, stay ready. Because power like yours was never meant to be understood, only mastered. Chosen ones, if this message awakens something powerful within you, if you feel destiny stirring your soul, drop the number 77 in the comments as a sign that you're ready to rise. Hit the like button to send this truth into the world, igniting purpose in those who need it most. Subscribe so you never miss another call to step into your greatness. Because this journey isn't about avoiding the storms. It's about mastering them and forging a legacy that defies time. Now that you've claimed your place, it's time to go deeper. Discover why your path has been forged through fire and how every trial was meant to sharpen the destiny they could never steal. Let's rise together. Number 1. Seeing through the veil. A blessing in disguise. What if the very thing you thought was a curse is actually your greatest blessing? The world might call it overthinking or being too sensitive, but you know better. This isn't just heightened awareness. It's a spiritual gift, a divine compass placed within you. Discernment isn't about being smart or observant. It's about seeing with a vision that cuts through illusion like a blade through fog. It's the ability to sense what's true when the world wears a mask. It's knowing what others hide, even when they don't realize they're hiding it. And yes, it can be lonely. You've probably asked yourself, why me? Why do I see what others miss? Why do I feel what others bury? Because you were chosen to see beyond, to understand the unseen, to hear what's never spoken. The weight of this calling isn't for the faint of heart. It sharpens you, tests you, even isolates you, but it also empowers you. The eyes that see through lies often see through loneliness too. Remember, precious metals are only purified in fire. The struggles you've faced were never meant to break you. They were meant to awaken you. Every storm, every betrayal, every disappointment has been preparing you to carry a power few could ever comprehend. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by what you know, remember this. What feels like a burden is actually your armor. You were born to navigate the unseen, to guard the truth, and to walk a path lit by insight others can't even fathom. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to see beyond. Number 2. Marked by fate. They see your power. They fear what they can't control. They've always watched you, quietly, carefully. They sense something different, something they can't define, but know they should fear. You walk into a room and their masks slip, even if only for a moment. They sense your presence, your insight, and it unsettles them. They want you blinded, distracted, silenced. They feed you lies, weave illusions, and craft cages out of social expectations, all to keep you from realizing the power burning inside you. They want you to believe you're ordinary, that you belong in the same web of manipulation they spin for everyone else. But you were never meant to fit in. You were chosen, not by chance, but by destiny itself. The universe marked you with a power that defies logic and shatters facades. You see what they try to hide. You hear what's never spoken. You know. That knowing makes you dangerous. They fear what they can't manipulate. They fear what they can't break. They'll try to isolate you, make you doubt yourself, weaken your defenses, but only because they can't stand the mirror you hold up to their lies. The sharpest blades are forged in the hottest fires. You felt the pressure, the tests, the betrayals, but it was all meant to sharpen your awareness, harden your will, and strengthen your spirit. Your power isn't just rare, it's volatile. In the wrong hands, it could destroy. In yours, it can change everything. But remember this, not every battle is meant to be fought openly. Some wars are won in silence with patience and precision, so guard your truth. Let them wonder, let them fear, because they can't stop what they can't see coming. They tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. Number 3, the price of knowing. Your insight is a double-edged sword. Discernment isn't just some casual sixth sense or a lucky hunch. It's a razor-sharp weapon forged by the universe itself. It cuts through lies, pierces deception, and reveals what most people will never see. But here's the truth they never tell you. That kind of clarity comes at a cost. You can't walk into a room without feeling the unspoken. Conversations drip with hidden meaning, smiles conceal knives, and polite words mask betrayal. You hear the lies beneath the surface as clearly as thunder before a storm. You see what they pray stays hidden, and sometimes you wish you didn't. It's exhausting to carry the truth when everyone else is content with illusions. You can't unsee manipulation or pretend you didn't catch that fleeting glance of envy, resentment, or fear. They lie with their mouths, but their souls scream the truth, and you hear it. The universe didn't give you this power for comfort or convenience. It gave it to you because you were meant to survive, outsmart, and outlast. This isn't about fitting in. It's about standing out in a world that thrives on deception. Knowledge is a weapon. Guard it well. You weren't chosen to live an easy life. You were chosen to carry a gift that separates the strong from the weak, the aware from the blind. It's not just a gift. It's your edge, your shield, your secret weapon. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe their masks are safe. You see deeper, further, sharper than they ever will. And when the time comes, they won't even see you coming. The curse of seeing too much is also the power to be unstoppable. Number 4, the hidden edge. When intuition speaks before reality, does picture this. A new face joins your world, workplace, circle of friends, or even a chance encounter. They're magnetic, charming, and seem like the perfect fit. Everyone is enchanted, except you. You can't explain it, but something gnaws at your gut. Their smile is too polished, their words too perfectly placed. Their friendliness feels rehearsed, like a well-crafted mask designed to manipulate, not connect. Days, weeks, maybe even months pass, and the truth finally cracks through. They betray trust, create chaos, or reveal intentions darker than anyone expected. As the fallout begins, you find yourself thinking, "I knew it." That's discernment in action. A hidden radar alerting you long before reality confirms your suspicion. But here's the hard truth. Discernment isn't about being proven right. It's not a badge of superiority or a license to say, "I told you so." It's your silent weapon, meant to guide, protect, and sometimes prepare. Sometimes the universe is warning you to step back, to guard your energy, secure your peace, and lock the doors of your soul. Other times, it's urging you to pay attention, not to punish, but to understand. Even the most toxic forces can be lessons in disguise, sharpening your instincts. Discernment isn't always about reacting, it's about knowing when to move and when to stand still, when to speak and when to remain silent. It's about seeing the storm before it breaks and preparing, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Awareness isn't just survival, it's mastery. Stay sharp. Stay silent. They'll never know what you saw coming. Number 5. Discernment. Seeing through masks, breaking through lies. In relationships, discernment is your unseen advantage and your greatest curse. You don't just hear words, you feel intentions. Their smiles may fool the crowd, but not you. You see the cracks beneath their polished facade, their tone, their glance, even the way they shift their weight. You read it all like a hidden script only you were meant to decode. And here's the part they hate. You see through them. Every lie wrapped in politeness, every innocent remark sharpened like a blade. You catch it before it strikes. They may call you paranoid, sensitive, or cold, but deep down, they know you know. It's not about searching for faults. The truth hunts you down, uninvited. You walk into conversations already sensing betrayals waiting to unfold. You hear the jealousy behind compliments, feel the resentment behind forced smiles, and see the hunger for power long before it's confessed. Lies have speed, but truth has endurance. Discernment doesn't just expose darkness, it reveals hidden pain too. You sense struggles people try to bury, wounds they don't want exposed. And sometimes, you wish you didn't. You didn't choose this ability, it chose you. They can't handle someone who can't be deceived. They'll try to discredit you, manipulate you, or shut you out because they fear what they can't control. But here's the truth they can't escape. Your insight isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. You were built to outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast. Their games end where your awareness begins. Your silence terrifies them more than your words ever could. Stay sharp. Stay hidden. Let them believe they're safe until it's too late. Number 6. The power they fear. Being seen without speaking. Let me tell you something most people will never admit. Being able to see through others is both your armor and your isolation. Discernment makes you powerful, but it also makes you a threat. You hesitate to share what you know because you've been there before. They didn't believe you. They called you paranoid, too sensitive, reading into things. They laughed, dismissed you, and told you to let it go. But you were never wrong. You saw the betrayal coming before they could spell it out. You felt the shift in loyalty before the knife ever reached your back. They just weren't ready to hear the truth. Let's make one thing clear. Discernment is not judgment. Judgment condemns. It locks people into what they were without hope for change. Discernment reveals. It peels back the layers of lies, stripping down falsehoods until only the raw, undeniable truth remains. It doesn't just see what someone has done. It sees who they could become if they ever stopped running from themselves. But don't expect them to thank you. They fear being seen. They fear being known, fully, deeply, without escape. You're a mirror they can't shatter, no matter how hard they try. Your insight threatens their carefully constructed world. The closer you get to the truth, the louder the lies become. Remember this: their denial doesn't change reality. You were given this sight not to condemn, but to understand, to navigate, and, when necessary, to walk away without looking back. Let them fear being exposed. You're not here to explain yourself. You're here to see, know, and survive. Your ability to see isn't a curse. It's their reckoning. Number 7. The fear you ignite. Seeing through their lies. Here's a truth they'll never admit. They fear what they can't hide from. The moment someone realizes you can see through their carefully crafted masks, panic sets in. They may smile, laugh, and pretend, but deep inside, they're scrambling for cover. You are a threat, not because of anything you've done, but because of what you can see. They won't tell you they're scared. Instead, they'll avoid eye contact, get defensive, or twist the narrative to make you seem like the problem. They'll label you negative, difficult, or too intense. Not because you are, but because your presence strips away their illusion of control. You're not playing their game, and that terrifies them. You can't be fooled by sweet words or empty gestures. Their lies unravel the moment you step into the room. They know it, and they hate it. You're not too much. You're not overthinking. You're not wrong for seeing what they try so hard to conceal. They fear you because they can't deceive you. You hold a power they can't comprehend, a deep, instinctive knowing that sees straight through pretense and manipulation. Lies fear the light, and you shine brighter than they can stand. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them squirm under the weight of what you know. Your presence alone is a reckoning. They can't fake authenticity when faced with someone who sees the truth. Remember, their discomfort is not your burden. It's their reality shattering in the face of your clarity. You were never meant to be liked by everyone, only respected by the few who recognize your power. They fear what you see because it forces them to confront what they've been running from. Number 8. The power that shields you. Seeing is survival. It's not easy being the one who sees, the one who knows too much. There are moments when you wish you could shut it all off, go back to being normal, blind to hidden motives and secret agendas. But you can't. This gift was never about comfort. It was about protection. While others walk blindly into traps disguised as friendships, love, or opportunity, you see the danger long before it strikes. You dodge disasters most never see coming, not because you're lucky, but because you're prepared. It can feel isolating, even burdensome. Seeing the truth means feeling the sting of betrayal before it even happens. You watch others fall for lies you saw through from the start. You carry the weight of knowing, even when you wish you didn't. But here's the reality. This gift has saved you. Think of the heartbreaks you avoided, the betrayals you sidestepped, the toxic relationships you walked away from before they could poison your soul. How many people waste years stuck in fake friendships, dead-end relationships, or manipulative partnerships? But not you. You were spared, not by accident, but by purpose. Awareness isn't a burden, it's armor. Yes, the cost of seeing is high, but the price of blindness is far worse. You weren't made to stumble like the rest. You were given the gift of clarity, of foresight, of instinct, a built-in shield crafted from sharp intuition and undeniable truth. Let them call it a curse. You know better. It's the reason you're still standing when so many have fallen. Seeing the truth doesn't make life easier. It makes you unstoppable. Number 9. The price of knowing. Discernment's silent burden. This gift of discernment isn't something you asked for, and some days it's the last thing you want. You didn't choose to feel everything so deeply or see through every facade. There are times you'd give anything to turn it off, to exist in the blissful ignorance most people take for granted. But you can't. This isn't just something you have, it's something you are. It comes uninvited, without warning. You walk into a room, and before a word is spoken, you've already read the atmosphere. Tension pulses beneath fake smiles, hidden motives swirl behind friendly gestures, and unspoken agendas cling to the air like smoke from a hidden fire. You know, long before anyone admits it. This insight is both a gift and a curse. It keeps you safe, prepared, protected, but it also isolates you. They won't understand. They'll call you paranoid, too intense or difficult to be around. They'll resent how easily you unravel their carefully constructed lies. The closer you stand to the truth, the more enemies you'll make. This power isn't about feeling superior, it's about survival. It was placed within you not to boost your ego, but to shield your soul from the traps others fall into. But here's the reality. Most people aren't ready for the truth you carry. They prefer their illusions, their comforting lies. You shatter that. Let them misunderstand you. Let them fear what they can't explain. You weren't meant to fit into a world built on false appearances. You were made to see, understand, and endure. It's not a burden, it's your edge, and they'll never see you coming. Number 10. Misunderstood, misjudged, but never mistaken. They'll call you negative, paranoid, or too intense, all because you refuse to be fooled by appearances. They'll say you're imagining things, making up stories in your head. But deep down, they know better. They fear what they can't understand. Let me remind you, you're not crazy. You're not wrong. What you sense is real, even when others deny it. They may dismiss your instincts, but their opinions can't rewrite the truth you feel in your bones. You weren't made to live on the surface. You were designed to see deeper. While others are content believing the lies they're told, you see what lies beneath. That's why they misjudge you. It's easier to label you than face what you've already uncovered. Remember this, even the sharpest vision can't be explained to the blind. Think about the ultimate example of discernment. In John 2:24-25 it says, "But Jesus would not entrust himself to them, for he knew all people. He did not need any testimony about mankind, for he knew what was in each person. He knew, without being told, without evidence or confessions. He saw what lived in the shadows of their souls." You have that same power to see beyond words, beyond appearances, beyond carefully crafted lies. Not because you're suspicious, but because you're aware. And awareness is a dangerous thing in a world built on deception. Let them misjudge you. Let them doubt. Their labels can't touch the truth you carry. You were chosen to see, not to be understood by everyone, but to be ready when it matters most. They may call you difficult, but they'll call you right when it's too late. Number 11. Your discernment is your shield, guarding what matters most. Discernment isn't just about spotting lies or sensing danger. It's about protecting your most valuable asset, your time. While others stumble through toxic relationships, draining jobs, and fake friendships, you see the red flags long before they wave. You don't need a crisis or a betrayal to realize something is wrong. You feel it in your gut, clear as day. The universe equipped you with this ability to cut through the noise, to recognize when something or someone isn't worth your energy. It spares you from investing your heart, mind, and soul into paths that only lead to dead ends. How many people waste years stuck in toxic relationships because they ignored the signs? How many stay trapped in hollow careers because they couldn't see beyond the paycheck? But not you. You were built to know better. Awareness is the greatest time saver. Your discernment acts as a silent guardian, pushing you away from what could have drained your potential. It's not just about avoiding harm. It's about ensuring that your energy goes where it can grow, build, and flourish. People might call you cold or distant, accusing you of being too cautious, but they don't realize that distance is protection, silence is strategy, walking away is power. Let them waste time chasing empty promises. You're already 10 steps ahead. Your clarity keeps you focused while they're trapped chasing illusions. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who knows when to leave. So guard your energy, guard your time. Your discernment is the key to your survival and your success. Let them wonder how you knew, long after you've already moved on. Number 12. Fewer friends, stronger bonds. The price of real connection. Discernment comes with a price, a smaller circle, but a stronger one. You've learned that not all company is good company. You're not interested in being surrounded by masks, pretenders, and empty conversations. You want truth, or nothing at all. While others chase popularity and validation, you seek something deeper: realness, loyalty, trust. You've walked away from fake smiles and shallow friendships because your spirit knows the difference. You can feel the insincerity before it even shows. Yes, there are moments when the loneliness stings. You see people posting about big gatherings, laughing with large groups, while your circle seems small. But here's the truth: most will never understand. What good is a crowd if they're all wearing masks? A room full of people means nothing if their loyalty is thin and their words can't be trusted. Superficial bonds are a trap, draining energy and filling space while offering nothing real in return. You don't need space fillers, you need soul connectors. Better to walk alone than with a crowd going the wrong way. Your circle may be small, but it's unbreakable. Every person in your life has earned their place, not through empty promises, but through actions, trust, and respect. You don't settle for half-truths or hidden motives, so let them laugh with the masses. You move in purpose, not popularity. While they're busy collecting faces, you're building legacies. One real connection is worth 1,000 shallow friendships. You weren't made to belong to everyone, only to those meant for your journey. Number 13. Set apart for a reason. Chosen, not forgotten. Being set apart isn't easy. It means standing alone when others blend in. It means walking a path few will ever understand, guided by a purpose even you can't fully explain. Isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation. You've felt the sting of being misunderstood, judged, and cast aside. But here's the truth: you were never meant to fit in. You were built to rise above, to see what others can't and go where others won't. Your path was never meant to be crowded, it was meant to be extraordinary. The lone wolf is not weak, it's just strong enough to stand alone. When you feel isolated, remember this: you're never truly alone. The universe walks with you, strengthening your spirit and sharpening your mind. Your isolation isn't abandonment, it's alignment. It's separating you from distractions so you can hear the call of your destiny. Every great journey begins in solitude. Legends are made in the quiet, in the unseen hours, in the battles fought with no audience. You're not forgotten, you're being forged. Let them wonder why you stand alone. Let them question why you don't follow the crowd. They don't realize that being set apart is the highest calling of all. Those who walk alone often arrive first. So when the silence feels heavy and the road seems endless, remember who you are: chosen, tested, unstoppable. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning. You were set apart, not to be lonely, but to be legendary. Number 14. You are never alone. Seen, chosen, connected. There are moments when the weight of what you know feels unbearable, like you're the only one who sees the truth hidden beneath the world's endless layers of lies, the only one who senses what others can't, the only one carrying a burden no one seems to understand. But you are not alone. Even when the silence feels deafening and the isolation seems endless, you are seen. There is a force guiding your steps, aligning your path, even when you can't see the full picture. Your loneliness isn't punishment, it's positioning. Think of Elijah in the wilderness, convinced he was the last one standing in a world that had turned against him. But he wasn't alone, even when it felt that way. Neither are you. The universe knows your struggle and has placed others like you, watchers, warriors, truth seekers, walking similar paths. You may not have crossed paths yet, but their existence is proof that you were never meant to carry this alone. You belong to a silent, powerful tribe scattered across the world, connected not by proximity, but by purpose. Stars shine brightest in the darkest skies. So when you feel like you're fighting unseen battles in the shadows, remember, you were chosen for this. Not because it's easy, but because you can endure. You are never truly alone. Your strength echoes in places you haven't reached yet, calling out to others who walk the same path. The lone flame may seem small, but it can start an unstoppable fire. Number 15. Your discernment is not a curse, it's your power. You may have wondered why you were given this relentless awareness, why you see through people's masks while others stay blissfully unaware. It's not a curse, it's not punishment, it's freedom. Your discernment frees you from the traps that ensnare so many others, the lies whispered behind smiles, the fake friendships built on convenience, the manipulative schemes meant to control, the toxic environments disguised as opportunities. While others fall victim to these deceptions, you see them coming. Long before betrayal strikes, long before manipulation takes root, you already know. Your discernment cuts through illusions like a blade through fog. Yes, it's hard. It's isolating. It's exhausting to see everything while pretending you don't. It's painful to feel so deeply while others seem unfazed. But ask yourself this: would you really want to be blind to the truth? Living unaware might seem easier, but ignorance comes with a steeper price. You weren't meant for shallow waters. You were built for depth, for clarity, for truth. You were given this gift because you're strong enough to carry it. The universe equipped you with the wisdom to use it and the resilience to endure its weight. Not everyone could handle what you've been entrusted with. The ability to see through darkness isn't a curse, it's a crown. Walk boldly in your truth. Let them misunderstand you. Your power lies in what you see and in what you choose to reveal. What they call a burden, you've turned into a weapon. Number 16. What to do when they don't understand you. There will be times when they won't get you. They'll misread your intentions, doubt your insight, and dismiss your warnings. Let them. Their inability to understand isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a sign of their limits. Keep walking. You were never meant to fit into a world built on surface-level thinking. Your depth intimidates them. Your clarity forces them to confront what they'd rather ignore. But you're not here to be understood, you're here to be effective. Keep trusting. Trust your intuition even when no one else does. You know what you know. You were given this sight for a reason, and you don't need anyone's approval to use it. The truth doesn't change just because they can't see it yet. Keep listening. Silence the outside noise and listen to your inner wisdom. That deep knowing, that voice that never lies. It's your compass. Trust it. Follow it. Even when the path is lonely, it's always leading you toward your destiny. And remind yourself, their discomfort is not your responsibility. Their misunderstanding is not your burden. You weren't called to live small, safe, or silent. You were built to see, to know, to rise. Even when others can't understand how or why. They don't have to. Your purpose is too powerful to be defined by their limited perspective. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. You weren't sent here to be accepted. You were sent here to make an impact. Their lack of understanding doesn't dim your light. It only reveals how brightly you shine. You've always known you were different. You see what others miss, feel what others ignore, and understand what others fear. You were chosen for this. Your discernment isn't just a gift. It's your edge, your shield, your secret weapon in a world built on illusions. They may doubt you. They may misunderstand you. Let them. Their denial doesn't change the truth you carry. You were set apart not to fit in, but to rise above. Now it's time to claim it. If this message resonates with your spirit, if you feel the call of destiny stirring inside you, drop the number 77 in the comments as a sign that you're stepping into your power. Let the world know you see, you know, and you're ready. Hit the like button to push this truth out into the world. Ignite the flame in others who need this reminder. Subscribe so you never miss a message meant to strengthen, sharpen, and awaken the warrior within you. This journey isn't for the faint of heart. It's for the chosen. You've been tested. You've been refined. Now it's time to step into your destiny with clarity, strength, and unwavering purpose. Your power was never meant to be understood. It was meant to be mastered. Let's rise together. They tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed.